What's going on, WWE Universe? Raw recap for today. Let's see. I'm going to do something a little different today. I'm actually just going to talk about some things I thought about because all the stuff that happened is irrelevant or important to me, and there are things that just filler that are unnecessary. So first off, let me talk about Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens, NXT champion, and I'm proud of that. I like the guy. He's a good wrestler and everything, but I don't understand his interaction with Cena tonight because it's just like it makes no sense whatsoever to me. Maybe someone else, it makes all the sense in the world. They're like, oh, he made a statement. What statement? There's two different arenas. Like that's development and then the big leagues. So it's just like, what's the point? It makes no sense whatsoever. But all this NXT stuff happening in WWE, like it's crossover. Someone wrote about future of WWE in an article and talking about making NXT and WWE two separate brands, kind of like the old SmackDown versus Raw thing. But that makes no sense because then where's the development? And then if you make NXT its own brand, then you take out all the fun of NXT because NXT they get to do whatever they want. They get creativity and everything, and in WWE it's stifled. It's pretty much all that stuff you got to do before. Well, cut that out. You won't do it anymore. So it's just kind of like, what's the point if they do that? But Kevin Owens, I think that was a waste of a segment. Maybe they're making a statement. I know it's all for build up for Wednesday for the NXT takeover for that championship match between him and Sami Zayn. That's the only point I see behind it is just build up. And it's hard for me to believe that build up when I know that just 2 or 3 months ago, Cena was going hard against Brock Lesnar. And now someone powerbombs you once and you're like, oh my gosh, oh no, I'm passed out, I'm not. Really? We saw you go through F5s. 16 suplex, all that stuff, And now, this guy, one move, and you're just like out. I don't buy it, John. I don't, not at all. See, the Elimination Chamber, I'm glad it's coming back in 2 weeks. It's going to be interesting. All the matches that are happening. I would have thought Neville would have gotten a spot in the Intercontinental Championship match for Elimination Chamber, but of course he wouldn't. Dolph Ziggler, R-Truth, King Barrett, and the usual crew that's been fighting for it are all getting put back into it. They should just give it to Dolph and just leave it at that. If they're not going to do that, they're probably going to give it to King Barrett. They probably will, but either way, I don't care. It's going to be interesting to see these tag team match happen in there. Because my thing is, when they had that segment, they had a segment where all the tag teams were coming out fighting each other. I realized more and more, as more and more teams came out, the more I realized we have a crappy group of people for tag team. It's just New Day, Cesaro and Kid, and the Primetime Players are the only one, I believe. Like Lucha Dragons, Los Matadores, Ascension, they could just disappear and I wouldn't feel bad about it. And Harper and Rowan. But I hope to see, if New Day doesn't keep the titles, I hope Primetime Players do because they need it. It's about time they got a championship. They've been doing a lot. Lana came out and kissed Dolph Ziggler twice. Then Rusev came out mad about it and she slapped him. He got mad and then got zigzagged. And Ziggler and Lana walked out together. So I'm just like, is she going to be his manager now? Is she going to start talking her native language of English? She's an American actress and model and all. So she's just going to start talking English again. And we're just going to disappear off one gimmick and it's like, oh, I never did that, surprise, I'm here again. Like, what? What's going to happen? I don't see the point of some of the stuff that's happening. The Lana and Rusev thing, I figured that they were going to break up soon. But why now? And it's so young. Their gimmick was so young still. 6 months in, something like that. I don't know. Luke and Rowan. Luke and Rowan, you know, I'm glad to see them back. They are good together, and I'm interested to see the direction they're going to take them. Are they going to give them titles or not? That would be interesting to see. I think they should get titles. Well, not yet. No, I want New Day or Primetime Players to have it. But they're going to provide quite the stumbling blocks for everyone that has the title or seeks the title, because they're two big old boys. They're not just gonna lay down for anybody. You know, it's gonna be a fight to win. So you got to come ready for that. So it's gonna be interesting to see, since they're back together, what they're gonna do and what path they're gonna send them on in this journey of the WWE. Zack Ryder. Zack Ryder was out there, and you know, let's give Zack a chance. What happens now with Zack Ryder? He was out there, he was in the match, and he was good. He lost, but he was good, you know? So he still has it. People are cheering, chanting for him, so people still remember him, who he is. So let's put him in an Intercontinental match. Let's build him up again, because I remember back in the day when he was something special, and now he's just... he's kind of like the concierge in the locker room. It's like, hey, y'all need some water or something? He's become the ball boy. Like, that's all he does now. Don't know. Welcome to low card, off the card, under the card. Welcome to making the card. How about that? There you go. He puts all the odds and ends on the card. Let's see. And the Divas. Paige is back. Paige is back. I'm happy about that, and at the same time, I still want to see Naomi and Tamina with that title, with that Divas Championship. I think it would just look good. It's been 6 years in the making for Naomi, and she should have it. And then with her getting it, they can make up for where they messed up with Tamina and AJ. And when that animosity or that whatever builds up, that, hey, you know, I want a title too, they could have a full year, at least, of the two of them blood, family interaction, you know, back and forth. And that would make a good thing. So they run this, let Naomi take the title in Elimination Chamber or whenever, and run with it. And so she can go through all the competition for months. And then after everybody, she keeps beating everybody. Tamina's kind of like, you know what? It's my time. I want the title. Let Tamina take it. And she's a beast, you know. She's the next best thing to AJ and Beth Phoenix and Trish and Lita that we have now, as far as like powerhouse power. Yeah, she's our next best thing. So yeah, give her a title. Let her steamroll through competition for a while. And they could try to end it all, sell it between the two of them, or someone else. Like, keep her having it till Charlotte comes next year, and then that can be the passing of the torch from Snuka to Flair, you know? I don't know. Who am I but a guy talking about WWE? So it would make sense to me, but I don't get to write for creative. They need to give me a job doing that, because it makes sense. I've been predicting everything else they've done. But either way, what were your thoughts on Raw tonight? What did you take away from it? What did you like? What didn't you like? What did you wish happened? Who didn't you see that you want to see? What are some questions you have afterwards? Let me know in the comment section down below. ElPhoenix for ElPhoenixRising. And remember, if your doctor knows a librarian who knows an architect who has a YouTube channel, tell them to subscribe.